The village records from 1712 list her crimes as healing the sick, speaking to animals, and living without a husband. So they hanged her, and she let them, because she already knew something they didn't. Every small town has a story it refuses to tell out loud. Millhaven is no different. Tucked between two forgotten hills in rural Vermont, this town carries a secret buried so deep that most residents pretend it never happened. But the old oak at the edge of Blackwell Farm, that tree remembers everything. In 1712, a woman named Marin Voss was accused of witchcraft. Her crimes, according to the village record, included healing the sick with herbs, speaking to animals, and living alone without a husband. The real crime? She refused to be afraid of the men who feared her. They dragged her to the oak tree on a Thursday evening, and they hanged her there. No trial, no mercy, just rope and silence and the dying light of an autumn sun. But before she died, witnesses claim she spoke. Not screaming, not begging, speaking, calmly, in a voice that one account described as sounding like roots breaking through frozen ground. Nobody recorded what she said, and that silence is the most terrifying detail of all. Fast forward to March of this year. A developer named Thomas Callaway purchases Blackwell Farm with plans to clear the land for luxury housing. His crew arrives on a Monday morning with chainsaws and bulldozers. By Monday afternoon, every single piece of equipment has malfunctioned. By Tuesday, 2 workers have quit. By Wednesday, Thomas Callaway is found sitting in his truck 3 miles from the property. Completely unable to explain how he got there or what happened to the previous 6 hours of his life. Locals are not surprised. They have stories going back generations. Livestock found dead in perfect circles around the tree. Children who wander too close returning home, speaking in voices that sound wrong. One farmer in the 1940s attempted to carve his initials into the bark and lost 3 fingers the following morning to a completely unrelated accident. Or so the official report says. Paranormal investigator Dana Mercer spent 4 nights camped near the tree last October. Her recordings captured something that audio analysts cannot explain. A rhythmic whispering underneath the ambient sound. Layered. Almost like 2 voices at slightly different pitches, creating one message. When slowed down and filtered, the phrase that emerges has sent 3 separate analysts requesting their names be removed from the project. They all heard the same thing, and none of them will repeat it publicly. What strikes researchers most is the pattern of Marin's revenge. It is never random. It is never indiscriminate. Every person who has suffered near that tree had one thing in common. They were attempting to take something that was not theirs. The land, the history, the silence she earned through suffering. Maybe that is the most unsettling truth this story offers. Not that a witch haunts an old tree in Vermont, but that her anger makes complete sense. That 3 centuries of injustice might actually be enough to keep something burning. The tree is still standing. Callaway never returned, and Millhaven stays very quiet about what lives in that oak. Some debts cannot be bulldozed away.